Hi guys, this is Dee here. I'm connecting with you today on my lovely sunny back deck on the Gold Coast, and I just wanted to share with you some tips that really work well for me when I'm connecting and bringing conversations up with new potential customers or even teammates. So what I like to do is obviously get someone's number or details and then start a conversation through that. So texting works really well for me as I'm really busy and I can text while doing something else in those stolen moments. Especially as a mum, you know, if I'm in between, you know, looking after the kids or getting their dinner ready, I can flick out a couple of quick texts. So some examples that I usually would use would be to start the conversation and compliment your person. So let's take Jane for instance. I met her at the supermarket talking in the fruit and veggie aisle. We struck up a conversation just looking at the state of some of the apples, and they weren't really looking so great, and so we connected over that. She told me that she was a PT, really looking to help get people healthy and well, and I said to her, oh great, you know, I might have something for you, because that's what I like to do too, is spread that knowledge. So I've connected with her on text and just said, hi Jane, really great to meet you the other day. I think you're an amazing person and I love what you're doing in helping others. I'd really love it if we could connect some more and I can show you what we're about. And so she would then send back, oh yeah, great to meet you too. I'd love to see what you have on offer. And so it starts that conversation rolling. And so by doing that, rather than just bombarding somebody's inbox with a whole lot of videos or a whole big lengthy message, you're actually getting their permission to start a conversation. And that's really what works. So once you get people engaged in a conversation, that's going to be that magic. So complimenting them first. And then after you've done that and you've got a response on yes, they'd like to know some more about your product or business opportunity, then you might say, oh, I have this really short video that I can send you the link of. If I sent it to you, would you watch it? And then they're going to send back, yeah, sure, I'll take a look at it. Okay, great. Here's the link. And choosing the right link for the right person is really important too. So we've got a lot of great resources on YouTube, on our websites, so taking the time to know which video is going to suit which person. So after you've done that, you might shoot through a message with, hey great, here's the link to the video, when do you think you might be able to watch it by? And then more often or not, that's getting more of a commitment out of someone, so they know that you're serious, that you really want them to watch it and you really want to follow up with them. So Jane might say, oh, I've got a really busy week on, but I could watch it on Thursday night. Say, great, that'd be awesome. It's really not long, it won't take up much of your time. So if you watch it Thursday night, if I was to connect with you on Friday afternoon, do you think you might have watched it by then? And then you're going to get that permission from them to either say yes or no. So let's say Jane says yes, I'll definitely watch it Thursday night. So you say, great, excellent, well I'll check in with you mid-afternoon around 2 o'clock on Friday and see if you've watched it. So then she's thinking, okay, I've got to watch it by 2 o'clock on Friday. I've said that I would. And then you can put that in your diary to schedule that you're going to follow up with Jane as well. Because there's nothing better than being the person that you said you are and being professional. Now, that's not being pushy. You've set a time. You've decided together that the video is going to be watched. It's going to be watched and followed up on Friday at 2 p.m. So what you then do is schedule definitely in your diary or mark a reminder on your phone to follow up with Jane. Not before 2 o'clock, maybe a few minutes after, but pretty much on time, so that you can show Jane that you're really professional in what you do and how you say it. So 2 o'clock Friday comes along, you're going to check in with Jane and say, hey Jane, how you going? How's your couple of days been? Did you get to watch that video yet? Hopefully Jane's going to reply back, great, I've had an awesome couple of days. Yes, I did watch it. So instead of going straight into what did you like about it or tell me about what you thought, that really opens up a whole lot of dialogue into them thinking, oh well, I'm not sure about this or I'm not sure about that. So a better way to frame a question is to say, what did you like best? So that puts that positive spin on those thoughts that are rolling around in their head, and so they have to take the time then to answer your question and say, well, what I liked best was the research behind the product, or the fact that it's so easy to set up your own business, or whatever it may be. So you're getting that positive thought out of them without them trying to look of the negative thing about the product or the business. Now, there's not often that you'll have one conversation, one video watched, and then somebody's ready to jump on board or make an order. So what you then point of your conversations back and forth is to get them to say yes to something. So they've said yes to watching the video, they've said yes, they've watched it, they've enjoyed it, they've told you what they liked best about it. So instead of just leaving it there, you then need to set up your next appointment or next video or next meetup, so that you're going to keep that conversation rolling. So your whole point is only to schedule your next meeting or your next meetup or your next conversation. So it might be, great, you've watched the video, do you have any other questions about it? And they might say, well, I want to know X, Y, or Z, and so it might be another video that you could send them to, or you could send them to have a look at your website. Then the next thing could be a three-way call with a sideline or an upline buddy, and then scheduling a coffee meetup or inviting them to come along to an actual event, whether it be a wellness event or about the business opportunity. So you're always continually keeping that conversation rolling and never closing out by using negative comments or taking things the wrong way, because that's the unfortunate thing about texting, is they don't convey a tone. So you have to really be open with how you word your texts and make people feel welcome and acknowledged and special. There's nothing that people like more than being heard and being complimented, and we always must remember that. I know how much it makes me feel great when somebody compliments me, and we often forget to do that. You know, the great leaders say that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we always must listen twice as much as we talk, and just finding out what it is that they really want to know, finding out what's going to make them say yes to your next opportunity, whether it's another video, a coffee catch-up, or an event, or a three-way call with a trusted, respected sideline or upline. So I know I could babble on here for days about all of this. It really is that simple to just shoot some texts out, you know, a couple a day, or more than a couple a day, depending on where you're at and what you're confident with. But the more you do it and the more you keep those conversations just rolling on in through inviting them to that next thing that they are going to say yes to, that's when you start having success in your business. So I hope that's been clear and simple to understand, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a great day. Thank you.